Today we're gonna cook a very special recipe. Today we're making my 10,000 chicken pasta. That's right, $10,000. This recipe is so special to me because I started it off right before I became a chef, right before I went to culinary school, right before I left high school. This recipe is so important to me because with it comes a very important story. A story I'm gonna share with you at the end before I eat this pasta. Right now, we're gonna get a nice pan hot with some olive oil. I'm gonna get some chicken breast right here, and then I'm gonna cube it up. So, I'm gonna go like this, lines this way, and then some nice chunky cubes, like that. Then I am going to go ahead and add some salt, some black pepper, and I'm gonna throw it in my pan with olive oil. And that's exactly the noise we want to hear, right there. So we're gonna cook this till it's nice and golden brown evenly on all sides. Once it's done, we're gonna start adding the rest of our other ingredients. So while that's cooking up right here, I'm gonna start cutting up these things right here. We have some broccolini, which is some Chinese broccoli. If you notice, it's a little skinnier than the other one. The other one's a nice fat. This is a skinny version right here. So we're gonna get some of these and we're gonna cut them up. I like using the ends right there, like that. So some broccolini ends, like that. Like that. And then with some of our tomatoes, I have some nice tomatoes right here. So I like cutting this like this. And the last one right here. Bam, 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 bam. Okay, so we have our broccolini cut. We have our tomatoes cut. Now we're gonna check on our chicken. We want some nice golden brown chicken on all sides. While my chicken is cooking, I'm gonna make sure I cook some pasta. Now you can cook any type of pasta you want. You can use spaghetti, farfalle, you could use linguine. Today I'm using penne. So while my chicken is cooking, I'm making sure that I'm cooking my pasta. You can use any type of pasta you want, linguine, spaghetti, or like me, I'm using mini penne. Okay, so while my pasta's cooking, my chicken's cooking, we want a nice golden brown on all sides. Nice here. Once our chicken has that nice golden brown flavor, we're ready to add the rest of our ingredients. So we're gonna add our tomatoes, our broccolini, and we're gonna saute that. We're gonna add some salt, some black pepper, a little bit of chili powder, so once we add those things right there, we're gonna add a little bit of garlic because garlic is the most amazing thing in the world. So a little bit of garlic, why not a little more? And we're gonna saute that nicely. Look at those beautiful colors. I can't wait to share the story behind this dish. When you hear it, it's gonna be mind-blowing. And aside from that, we're making an amazing dish. It's filled with flavor, it's delicious. We're gonna pick up all of the flavors from the pan. How are we gonna do that? By using some white wine. So here we go. A little white wine. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Once we add the white wine, we're gonna add some cream. Ooh, can you hear that? Once we add the cream, I'm gonna add some cheese, some Parmesan cheese. Now, this is my version of it. You could add some mushrooms, you could add some onions, you could add some asparagus, you could add whatever vegetable you want. This is exactly how I made it a few years ago, so that's why I'm following the exact same recipe right there. So, what we're trying to accomplish now that we added our cream is for it to reduce to it's a nice, thick sauce, like Alfredo sauce, something like that. Except this is not Alfredo sauce, this is much better. Okay. Let's give it a try right here. Let's see how it is. Amazing. Okay, so once our sauce has that nice consistency, we're gonna add our pasta. So we're gonna add some of our pasta right there. And I'm gonna add it a little before the sauce is done. Why? Because I want that sauce to cook along with the pasta. I cooked the pasta till it was al dente. And a little trick to make your pasta taste even better, we're gonna get some of this pasta water. You see that water? Use some of it right there. Just a little right there. A little more. And now we want this to cook a little more for about 3 minutes all together. Let it get in there. Let it make a little party. Let it reduce together. Look at those beautiful colors of the broccolini, the tomato. While it's cooking, I'm gonna add some more Parmesan cheese, because why not add more Parmesan cheese in your food? Look at that. So here we go, our pasta's ready. And we're gonna come right here to this nice, beautiful dish, and we're gonna plate it. All of it, because I could eat the whole thing. Look at that beautiful pasta. A little Parmesan cheese on top. A little microgreens. So before I try this dish, I'm gonna share with you the story behind it. So when I was 18 years old, I went to a scholarship competition, and it was the worst day of my life. The worst day of my life. I went to a baking scholarship competition. Now, anyone that knows anything about this, baking and cooking are completely different worlds. It's like Earth and Mars. So that day, I burned my towel. I got washed in cream. I got washed in flour. On top of that, my tart never set. I even called it a smoothie to try to get at least third place. Didn't work. So, I gave up that day. I gave up. I said, this is not for me. I am not gonna be a chef. It's not meant for me. I'm gonna go to law school. I'm like, if Judge Judy could do it, I could do it. So that day, my teacher told me, Christopher, don't give up. And I told her, no. The evidence is in the tart. It didn't set. And I got burned and I got showered in cream and in flour. It's not gonna work. And she told me, Christopher, don't give up. Then they announced the scholarship competition for the cooking challenge. $10,000. She told me about it. I'm like, no, I'm not interested, thank you. Guess what? I get an acceptance letter a few days later telling me that I was selected as one of the finalists. That day I was so confused and I went up to her. She had signed me up for the competition without me even knowing. What happens? That day, fast forward, day of scholarship competition. I asked one of the young ladies, what are you gonna cook? And she says pasta. And I tell her, you're cooking pasta for $10,000? And she's like, yeah. She's like, what are you cooking? And right there when I'm about to respond, they say, let's go, time to start. I didn't know what the hell I was cooking. It was something from Emerald on TV. I had no idea. I was setting myself up again for disaster. But that day, right when they said 3, 2, 1, I felt something inside, something in here that told me, follow your heart, follow it. That day, I started from scratch, and with the items in my basket, I cooked my own dish. That day when I was about to leave, I tell the lady, hey, I'm late for work. I don't like to be late for work. So if anything happens, just give me a call. She's like, yeah, we'll call you. But let me tell you, right when I'm about to leave, she's like, wait, you can't leave. You won. I'm like, whoa, I must have won third place. So when they start the award ceremony, third place, they call somebody else's name. I'm like, I won second place. Second place. I'm like, second place. They called somebody else. I'm like, oh, this little brat. She told me this so I would stay here. First place. They called my name. I won $10,000 scholarship and I ended up going to Le Cordon Bleu. That day, I learned 2 lessons. I learned the importance of following your heart, and I learned that when you do anything with your heart, anything is possible. By the way, I want to thank that teacher. Her name is Miss Hyatt. She's the most amazing person. She's the reason why I'm doing these videos today. She's one of the reasons, one of the roads that took me right here. And now we're gonna try this dish finally. Look at this beautiful dish. I'm gonna get a little tomato. I'm gonna get a little chicken. I'm gonna get some broccolini. Here we go. Look at that. If you want to taste $10,000, here it is, right there. My $10,000 chicken pasta. Share it with me, Cooking with Chris. Subscribe to the videos. Like, comment, and share. I want to see you cook the $10,000 chicken pasta. Do you accept my challenge? You're Cooking with Chris.